You are listening and watching to a very special podcast. I'm going to continue where we left off in Maggie's point of view, and this one's going to be pretty heartwarming, you guys. You'll find out. Enjoy! Maggie began knocking on the door. Hilda, it's me, Maggie. I just wanted to say something, she said. No answer. Maggie begins to get worried. After all they've been through, surely she should be okay. She knocked on it again. Hilda, everything okay? She opened the door and found it unlocked, so she went in, and she gasped in horror when she found that the room was empty. Maggie managed to get everyone together and told them of what was going on, of how Hilda was missing, so they looked all over. They didn't have to look around for long, when all of a sudden, a doctor stopped them. Excuse me, are you here to see Hilda? He asked. Yes, do you know where she is? Yes, she's in my office. But before I let you speak with her, may I talk to all of you for a second? Is she okay? Yes, but she wanted to know something, the doctor said. A few minutes later, Maggie finally figured out what was going on. So she's just examining. She was there to just get her brain examined? Yes. She wanted to know why she was feeling these feelings. And it's all because she has a tactile condition. It's really not that bad. It's neurological, really. So it's not really contagious, Sting said. Oh, no. It's not a contagious disease. It's a syndrome that children are sometimes born with. Most children, in fact. You mean other kids are kind of born like this? With their brains slightly larger? Lecter said. I never even heard of this. Frosch said. I believe so. And you sure she's okay? Of course. It's actually quite normal, really. She's different. It's a good thing, the doctor said. You see, the children at Nevermore were born with these kinds of things. But Deimos Falcone, he totally denied it and wanted to improve them, cure them by making them superhuman. Because if their brains are superhuman, why not their bodies? Let me explain also this. Imagine if you were like Hilda. You were unable to read a person's face, or anybody else's faces. Imagine if the world you know could be quite confusing. Imagine if you're very hypersensitive. Hypersensitive? Is that a bad thing? Captain Kundo said. No, well, let's just say it's blessed with a curse and a curse with a blessing. Okay, you lost me there, Maggie said. Well, her neurological condition is actually a curse of a blessing. But a lot of problems and a lot of flaws are blessed with a curse. Can you give me an example of what you mean? Let's see. The doctor said. He thought for a moment. And then an idea came to him. Imagine, have you ever taken a shower? Um, yes. Why? Does the warm water feel like hail to you? Huh? No, it doesn't. Well, for this child, they may feel like the rain is hail because it hurts, like it's pounding against them. Oh, that's what you mean by hypersensitive? Mm-hmm. Oh my god. He actually forced the children into overcoming, but it was really hard for them. That's why it was so traumatizing for them. I can't believe it. I know. After all the horrible things that they put those kids through, torturing, horrible things. That's what Hilda described it. Wow. It's not just the scars you see on them physically, it's the emotional ones that don't go away sometimes. The doctor said. Maggie just sat there for a moment. She finally processed this. She nodded slowly. I see. You know, I don't think I've told you this, but now I'm starting to come clean. Ever since we brought her in, she began to be on the bed in her room alone. She was just rocking back and forth while she was sitting, hugging her knees. She was just so scared. The one thing that she really hated was, she hated the sound of some sort of loud sounds that were outside. Of course, nobody heard that, except she could. Yes, she's got a pretty good set of ears, the doctor said with a laugh. But you know, Hilda didn't want to be changed. She liked herself the way she was. And she told me that if she were to change anything, then it would feel indifferent. It would be like changing the color of her hair, her eyes. It would be like she was some sort of smiler. Smiler? She says of a person who's overly cheerful and doesn't have any other emotions, said the doctor. Okay, you got me. But did she send you out there to explain? No, I just wanted to tell you this. It's quite important. I mean, have you noticed Shadow and her sister Effie? They're quite much like Hilda. They... they are? Maggie said. Yes. And they're not the only ones. Silver is one too. That explains why she was so... But wait, what about those other people? Dana and Noah. I've heard about them, but I don't know much about them. Actually, they're not really much like Hilda or Silver or the Oxford sisters. The young ones, not Tilda and her sister. Oh, so what are they? Why, they're gifted children, but they pretended to be because, well, they were the ones that were supposed to stop Demos Falcone. both of them were pretty traumatized of what happened. The doctor said. And you know what was the best moment? Helda meeting Lysander. Lysander was the one that made her feel human. Made her feel like she wasn't different. He was the one that understood her problems, her issues, her situation. It's true, a voice said, followed by a cough. Yeah, sorry. I had to drink a lot of water. Helda. Hi. You know, I already know, we know who you are, or what you are. Yeah. This doesn't bother you? Helda asked. No. Listen, if you hate anything that's loud or too much crowds and stuff, if you have a problem with making friends or unable to, you can just tell me. It'll be okay. You don't have to be upset. And you don't have to be scared. I know. But after I had left Nevermore, I had a problem making friends. So you did. I bet they didn't see how much different you were. They didn't understand, and I guess they were pretty mean to you. But listen, I understand now. We understand now. But listen, someday maybe you won't be cured, but maybe you can improve better. But you can still be you. You don't have to change a lot. Just do better. That's all. Maggie said. You mean it? Really? Of course. Am I right, you guys? Come on. Who's in this for me? Maggie said. And so everyone else agreed. And for the first time in forever, Helda felt like she could belong. For real. Okay, that's an end to it. But, still not over yet. I know, this is like so long. I'm so sorry, you guys. But, I hope you guys like it. And I hope you think this is really awesome. And, yeah. And that whole neurological condition, it's a reference to, what is it? Like maybe Esper, autistic. Yeah, I kind of mentioned that in here, but yeah. I hope you guys like it. And yeah, it's pretty heartwarming, right? So I hope you guys like it. I'm Catherine Donovan, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.